The frequency table are heights in centimetres of a class of senior studies students. Calculate an estimate for the mean and the standard deviation. So here we have the heights, which have been grouped according to this order, going up in fives, and here we have the frequency of each one. Alright, before we can use our GDC, we will need to find the midpoint of each class. So taking the midpoint here is going to be 142.5. If you can't find it, then you need to do 145 minus 140, which is 5, divided by 2, which is 2.5, and then add 2.5 to 140, to 145, 150, etc. So the first one will be 142.5, the second one will be 147.5, and that pattern then continues. Right, in order to use the GDC, we've got to put that column in and that column in on our GDC. So go into our GDC, and what we need to select here is a spreadsheet mode. Okay, I'm going to call this H for height, and this one F for frequency. Now you only need to put the first couple in. 142.5, enter. 147.5, enter. Put the cursor on here and then do control, click this one, and shift. Sorry, put the cursor here, shift, sorry, and this one, shift, start again. Shift, and this one will cover both of these, and then we need to do control menu number 4 fill, and then scroll down with the arrow keys until we pressing this button here until we get to the 8th position. Press enter, and you'll see that it puts all the values in for us. Once done that, we must make sure we scroll back to the top before we put in the frequencies. So we get 3, 6 on the frequencies, 9, 13, 12, 4, 2, 1. And before proceeding any further, make sure they match up, which they do. We're not going to get a dim error. And then put the cursor on there, and then do menu. Number 4, statistics. Number 1, stat calculation. 1 variable, statistics. The number of lists is going to be 1. In here, because we've labelled the list, we need to put in here H, because we want to consider H, and the frequency list we want to be F. And it will put the results in the first available column, which is OK, and we press OK, and we get all our results here. So here we have the mean, here we have the sum of FH, here we have the sum of FH squared, and scrolling down we will find the number of items, which is 50. And now remember, we get 2 standard deviations. This one we ignore, and we take this one as the answer. So going back to my sheet, these are screenshots of what I've done. So we can actually write down some of the working out in from the calculator. So H bar, which is the mean, is going to be sigma FH over F. Sigma FH is this one, and sigma F is going to be that one. So we want that divided by that. So 7,875 divided by 50. So H bar will be this value here, 157.5, which we round off to 158 centimetres to 3 centimetre figures. The standard deviation is given by this formula, so it would be sigma h, not sigma x, is equal to sigma fh squared divided by sigma f minus h bar. So this sigma fh will come from this number here. Okay, you can see it won't be entirely clear from the calculator, but if you go to the calculator and put your screen on that, you can get the value from down here, its whole value, from the calculator. So this will be putting the information in. There we go. We want 1,243,362.5 divided by 50 minus our mean squared. Don't use the rounded off 1. That's 157.5. The calculator won't use the rounded off 1. Take the square root of that. This gives me the value. Remember, it's this one, sigma x, not sx, that we want. It's going to give you 7.81024 centimetres, which we round off to correct to 3 significant figures to be 7.81 centimetres to 3 significant figures.